Very good afternoon, everyone. Charles here again, Frgnt Daily Chart Analysis, FrgntForex.com, and of course, Frgnt Mastery. Apologies on the background noise, midday, Milano. It can get quite noisy, but I'm sure we can all live with that for 5 minutes. So, positions today, currently in US dollar CAD, in line with a Asia range Frgnt Mastery-esque short position, currently sat in that, can't really do anything to be quite honest. The Asia range, it's either going to stop me out at break even, of which I am currently, or it's going to roll for a full take profit down to fill Asia. So whichever happens first, to be quite honest, there'll be no re-entries on that particular position unless I get my initial forecast, of which would be a snap pull back up to that area of imbalance left behind, which I can see is probably already has been created up at those highs before I take a snap and retest type of position in line with higher time frame bias as well. But as I always say, the Asia range only is specific to the 15 and the 1 minute time frame. So to the left, there should be no arguments that we have consistent breaks of structure here on that 15-minute time frame. Now we look to the top and we have to analyze to understand, has there been a 15-minute order block left there up at those highs? Absolutely there was. Now refine that 15-minute order block down. Can we find a 1 minute order block within for price to respect? You will see there is some annotations on my 1 minute chart, because technically, based on my strategy, I could have actually taken this position as a limit order as soon as price came into that 1 minute order block. However, what I did do, I must admit, all transparency, as always, is I waited for an aggressive break of structure, pull back into that area of imbalance left behind, and I still wasn't convinced to take this short just there. I mean, who am I to overstep or overlook my own strategy or what I've been developing? So as you'll see, as soon as Asia was created, London stepped in and actually broke Asia. And that's good enough for me in terms of the most Asia structure. Can London break it to just show me an inclination of the direction that it wants to go in overall? That's the thought process behind that. So of course, as I've just mentioned, when price came into that 1 minute order block, if I scroll all the way to the left for you to have a good understanding, up at those highs, almost there, perfect. So when price come into that 1 minute order block left up those highs here could have been my first initial sell limit. Then, as I've said, I've tried to analyze the chart in terms of aggressive 1 minute break of structure. Here, I wasn't convinced. I've got to be honest. I wasn't convinced. I mean, depending on where you put that, of course, it's very subjective. If you went underneath the wicks, if you go by the candle bodies, then of course that is a break of structure. So as I wasn't convinced, I still wanted a little bit more, even laughing to myself now. However, so I checked the charts, of course. I don't know what's going on my phone at the moment. That's caught me a little off guard. But nevertheless, I waited for an area in the market again on that 1 minute time frame to see if I can get another aggressive break of structure, just to have that additional confluence to take that position, knowing that I should already technically be in that position with my stop loss above those highs. However, what I thought, this was indeed a candle closure on that 1 minute time frame underneath an area that price had not previously closed below, therefore leaving me with, you've guessed it, a 1 minute order block just up at those highs. I quickly set a sell limit. In fact, that's a lie. I had my position set for an instant execution on this occasion. Waited for price to push up into that area, and as price was pushing on up, sit sell, instant execution, market execution I should say, and the rest was pretty much history in line with the Asia range setup. As I said, price is on the way now, currently rolling down, hoping for obviously a nice 5% trade to end the Thursday. With that said, I will stop that video now. In fact, I won't keep your attention for too long, and then I'll go over Euro GBP shorts that banked me just I think just shy of 3% this afternoon. Well, again, thank you everyone for your attention. As always, I must say I do appreciate it across all social media platforms, across TradingView, Instagram, etc., etc. And again, the gentle reminder that FrgntMaster.com is still holding a 7-day free trial on Frgnt Mastery, whereby you will find out how exactly to get in these types of positions broken down live in the morning when price is just printing around here. We're already forecasting these positions, what to look for, what to await for, and how to manage your money the best way possible. However, it must be said, it is not financial advice. I do not give signals, but I simply let the community know when I'm able to do so what positions I'm looking to take. All the very best, everyone. Good luck in your trading journey, and I hope to see you soon. Do take care. Charles.